The Battle of Yarmouk, fought in 634 CE, was a significant engagement during the early Islamic expansion. It took place near the Yarmouk River, which is located in modern-day Jordan and Syria. The battle was fought between the Islamic forces of the Rashidun Caliphate, led by the prominent general Khalid ibn al-Walid, and the Byzantine Empire's Eastern Roman army. The Islamic expansion had begun after the death of Prophet Muhammad, and the Rashidun Caliphate, under the leadership of Caliph Abu Bakr, sought to spread Islam's influence and control over new territories. The Battle of Yarmouk was part of this broader effort. The battle was a culmination of several skirmishes and engagements between the two sides. The Byzantine forces were led by Emperor Heraclius's brother Theodore, and were largely comprised of Byzantine and allied Arab and Christian troops. The Islamic forces, on the other hand, were united under the banner of Islam and were highly motivated by religious fervor and the desire for territorial expansion. The battle was fierce and lasted for 6 days. The Byzantine forces put up a strong fight, but ultimately, the superior tactics, discipline, and coordination of the Islamic forces, led by Khalid ibn al-Walid, proved decisive. The Muslims were able to exploit weaknesses in the Byzantine formation and maneuver their cavalry effectively to gain the upper hand. The battle resulted in a significant victory for the Rashidun Caliphate. The Byzantine forces suffered heavy losses, with many soldiers killed or captured. This victory paved the way for further Islamic expansion into the Levant, and eventually led to the conquest of large parts of the Eastern Roman Empire's territories. The Battle of Yarmouk is considered a turning point in the history of the early Islamic expansion, as it solidified the Rashidun Caliphate's dominance in the region and weakened the Byzantine Empire's hold on its eastern provinces. The battle also highlights the strategic and tactical prowess of Khalid ibn al-Walid, who is often referred to as one of the greatest military commanders in history. Strategic importance. The Battle of Yarmouk was a crucial engagement due to its location and significance. The Yarmouk River acted as a natural barrier between the Byzantine-controlled Levant and the expanding Islamic territories. The outcome of the battle would determine whether the Islamic forces could successfully establish a foothold in the region. Numbers and composition. The exact numbers of troops on each side are debated by historians, but it's estimated that the Byzantine forces were larger in number. However, the Islamic forces were more united and cohesive under the command of Khalid ibn al-Walid. Tactics and leadership. Khalid ibn al-Walid's tactical brilliance played a pivotal role in the Islamic victory. He exploited the terrain to counter the Byzantine numerical advantage. One of his key tactics was the use of a mobile reserve force that he deployed at critical moments to turn the tide of battle. Cavalry dominance. The Islamic cavalry, particularly the mounted archers, played a significant role in the battle. They harassed the Byzantine ranks, disrupted formations, and created confusion among the enemy. The cavalry's maneuverability and disciplined attacks contributed to the Islamic victory. Siege and surrender. After several days of intense fighting, the Byzantine lines were weakened, and the Islamic forces were able to encircle them. Facing dire circumstances, the Byzantine leaders negotiated a surrender. This resulted in the capitulation of many Byzantine and allied troops, leading to the end of the battle. Impact. The Islamic victory at Yarmouk marked a turning point in the expansion of Islam and the decline of the Byzantine Empire in the Levant. It paved the way for further Islamic conquests in the region and contributed to the eventual Islamic control over areas that are now part of modern-day Syria, Jordan, and Palestine. Historical significance. The Battle of Yarmouk is considered one of the major battles of early Islamic history and is often studied for its military strategies and tactics. It highlights the effectiveness of combined arms, mobility, and disciplined leadership in warfare. Legacy. The battle is remembered in Islamic history as a demonstration of the divine support Muslims believed they received in their struggle. It is also a symbol of unity and determination among the early Muslim community. In summary, the Battle of Yarmouk was a pivotal event that shaped the course of history in the Middle East. The victory of the Rashidun Caliphate marked the beginning of the Islamic conquest of the Levant and significantly altered the balance of power in the region. The Byzantine leadership faced challenges in coordinating their diverse army due to differing cultures, languages, and motivations among the troops. In contrast, the Islamic forces were united under a common cause and effective leadership, which gave them an advantage in unity of purpose. Byzantine defensive strategy. The Byzantine strategy initially revolved around fortified positions, taking advantage of the natural defensive features of the landscape. However, the Islamic forces managed to break through these defenses through their innovative tactics and disciplined attacks. Khalid ibn al-Walid's reputation. Khalid ibn al-Walid's reputation as the Sword of Allah was already well established by the time of the Battle of Yarmouk. His leadership and military genius were recognized not only by his own forces, but also by his adversaries. This reputation contributed to the morale of his troops and the psychological impact on his enemies. Casualties and human cost. The battle resulted in a significant loss of life on both sides. Casualty figures vary in historical accounts, but it's estimated that thousands were killed, wounded, or captured. The human cost of the battle highlighted the harsh realities of warfare in that era. Diplomacy and negotiation. The Byzantine leaders' decision to negotiate a surrender rather than continue the fight reflects the desperation they felt due to their deteriorating situation. The terms of surrender included a payment of tribute and a commitment to withdraw from certain territories. Art of warfare. The Battle of Yarmouk showcased the evolving art of warfare during this period. It highlighted the importance of cavalry in maneuvering on the battlefield and disrupting enemy formations. It also emphasized the significance of terrain analysis, as Khalid ibn al-Walid's understanding of the landscape played a crucial role in his tactics. The battle has been the subject of various historical narratives, poems, and artistic representations in Islamic culture. These depictions often emphasize the valor of the Muslim warriors, the divine intervention they believed they received, and the impact of faith on the outcome of the battle. The victory at Yarmouk played a role in solidifying the presence of Islam in the Levant and fostering the development of Islamic governance and administration in these territories. It also influenced the cultural and religious landscape of the region for centuries to come. The Battle of Yarmouk continues to be studied by military strategists, historians, and scholars as a case study in tactics, leadership, and the interaction of various factors in a historical conflict. It's important to note that historical narratives can vary due to differences in the sources available and potential biases in their interpretation. Exploring multiple perspectives helps create a more comprehensive understanding of the battle. The Battle of Yarmouk remains a captivating and multifaceted historical event, encompassing military, cultural, religious, and geopolitical dimensions that have left a lasting impact on the trajectory of the Middle East and the broader world.